Break the shit up and move like a angry mark and pan the shape. One thing about them sin crime tight. I'm Selassie, I love. It's a lady.
Are you thirsty for some good songs? Well, thirst no more. Join me, DJ Snow, weekdays from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. So let the afternoon flow with me, DJ Snow.
Let it blow, let it blow, let it blow. If your car want clean, don't have no fear. Leave your car a Plasmatic Auto Care. Plasmatic Auto Care. Main Street, Duncan Strelani. Specialize in interior steam cleaning, undercarriage wash, engine wash and more. Call us at 876-883-7635. Plasmatic Auto Care. Suds of gold.
So here I am, the controversial Ed Wallace. I'm on Community Buzz every Monday afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Call me. Our number is 876-482-4944. Let us discuss topics affecting your community: education, health, community development, infrastructure, and anything else. Remember, Community Buzz, Mondays 3 to 6 on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Under the pressures of your life and it tough. No stay down, mama, time pick it up.
The Heart's Place and Wellness Center, located at 103 Main Street in Ocho Rios, now has a new location at 21 Queen Street in Falmouth, Trelawney, offering ECG, echocardiograms, stress test, 24-hour blood pressure monitoring, and adult cardiology consultations. Our opening hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. To schedule an appointment, call 876-417-5164, 876-228-8124, or email us at info@theheartplaceja.com. With a healthy heart, the beat goes on.
In the morning.
It's exciting, sometimes romantic, and always informational. It's Love Stories on Fit FM 96.7, Thursdays 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Join me, Queen G, for cutting-edge conversations and advice about love and relationships to spice up your love life. Love Stories, building healthy relationships. Don't miss it.
'Cause I am yours in the morning. Of lovers sleeping tight, all rolling by like thunder now, as I look in your eyes. I hold on to your body and feel each move you make. Your voice is warm and tender, a love that I could not forsake. 'Cause I am your lady, and you are my man. Whenever you reach for me, I'll do all that I can. Lost is how I'm feeling, lying in your arms, when the world outside's too much to take. That all ends when I'm with you. Even though there may be times it seems I'm far away, but never wonder where I am, 'cause I am always by your side, 'cause I am your lady, and you are my man. Whenever you reach for me, I'll do all that I can. We're heading for somewhere I've never been. Sometimes I am frightened, but I'm ready to learn by the power of love. The sound of your heart beating made it clear suddenly. The feeling that I can't go on is light years away, 'cause I am your lady, and you are my man. Whenever you reach for me, I'm gonna do all that I can.
If she's amazing, she won't be easy. If she's easy, she won't be amazing. If she's worth it, you won't give up. If you give up, you're not worthy. Relationship quote by Bob Marley. One of my all-time favorite singers. Welcome, 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 one and all, wherever you're locking it down from, whether you're online, whether you are on the 96.7 FM. Welcome to Love Stories with Queen G. My God, this is my third episode, and it's growing, people. Like, really, it's growing. Today is Thursday, April 22, and I'm happy and grateful to be alive. How are you doing? How about you? Are you happy to be alive? Well, I'm glad son not dead. And I'm glad Julia is alive. Wow. So you heard a male voice. That's Mr. Drummond. He was with us last week, JJ. And of course, his lovely wife is also with us. Hi, Yannick.
Hi, everyone.
It's good to have you back. Well, people were calling back for you guys. They wanted a part 2. We did not finish last week because we did not get into our main discussion. All we did was chat about one of business, which, I mean, like, I got so much feedback. So many persons were calling in to say good show and so forth. But for the sake of the persons who are joining us today who were not in tune, yes, last week, can you just introduce yourselves quickly, because I want you all to be a part of the entire show. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining live with us this evening. Just share the link. I am,
course.
Yes, I am Javian Germans from Executive Chillon.
Vibrant Yanni Brady Drummonds. I am here in the house at Fit FM with Queen G. I hope you guys enjoy the show and it will be informative to you all.
It is, and it's going to be exciting as well, because we're going to be talking about dating. You know, how to have a successful first date, things we like about the first date, things we should do, things we shouldn't do, and so forth. All right, so we're going to ask you, our listeners, to participate by calling through to share your ideas. That should have happened last week. It didn't happen. I'm sure you enjoyed what was happening nonetheless, but guess what? You are going to be co-hosting the program with me, right, listeners? Yes, you are. So the numbers to call us on or to WhatsApp us on are 876
482-4944. So you can text and call on that number, right? You can call WhatsApp or you can call straight on 876-482-4944. You can also reach us at 876-317-1991. Repeating, 317-1991. I'm so excited today. So excited. I'm enjoying Trelawney. I've been here one whole week. And it looked like they don't want me to go back home. But guess what? I'll be going back home tomorrow. Then I'm going to come back next week, Thursday, because I'm really enjoying Trelawney. I'm enjoying Fit FM. As I said before, this is my third episode. Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I want to thank all the persons who viewed last week's presentation. It was over 1,200 persons who has viewed it so far. Love Stories is growing on Facebook. Yes, and I'm sure it's growing on YouTube as well. And I'm sure we have tons of listeners who are locking in on 96.7 frequency. All right. So Duncan's people, big up yourselves. The entire Trelawney, big up yourself. Black River, St. Anne, all over, wherever you're hearing us from. Thanks for making it. Love Stories with Queen G. Keeping tuned. Thanks for growing with us. And guess what? Some people became more popular last week, you know. Yes, the Drummonds. I mean, like, people are meeting me. By the way, what feedback you guys been getting since you left the show last week? Watch her, she look different too. You know, she look Chinese-ish and something, and all professional with her glasses. Big up yourself, Mrs. Drummond. But Jay, what kind of feedback? Did anybody come up to you and say anything about hearing you on the program?
Honestly, honestly, otherwise from my coworker, I don't get to meet.
But your coworker is just as important as anybody else. Big up yourself, coworker. What's your coworker's name?
All right, Ground Food, Andre, the whole premix team.
Ground Food.
Yeah, and Century team.
Yeah, man. What about you, Mrs. Drummond?
So I was walking in Falmouth today, and I heard someone say, "I that lady did it on radio, you know, I know she, you know, say she." So
they might have seen you on Facebook, right?
And my friends were very excited because some of them didn't really know how me and Jay met. So they were very they were tuning in, and they were very happy to hear our love story.
Right.
And they said that I have a specific friend, she's all the way in Linstead, and she said she enjoyed what Jay said about how your parents are the main key,
yes,
to how a child is raised. So
Right.
she said she really appreciated that, because she was trying to say that to her spouse and he wasn't really listening. So when Jay said it, it kind of enforced, you know, and she
Right.
was very happy that another man could say the same thing that she has always been saying.
Well, of course, parents and teachers are very vital to our upbringing. So, because remember, when the parents gone, the kids are gone to school, the teachers take over, you know, but the parents are very vital to the upbringing of our kids and training them to come out in society to be good men and women. So Jay, yeah, big up yourself. I was listening it back to that. Sometimes I really don't listen back myself, but I listened back the program today, and that stood out very well. And I agree with your coworker, your friend, who made mention of that. But I'm glad that even one person could have said, watch her, she did it on a radio and something. So you're getting more and more popular. All right, so we're going to be taking some music, but when we come back, we're going to be discussing, and we're going right into our topic because we don't want to miss it this week. We're not asking not more for the sake of the persons who want to know Jay and Yannick's love stories. Please go to Fit FM on Facebook and look for last week's episode of Love Stories. Can't miss it. You just scroll, and if you even want to listen to anything else on there, because I love the programs here on Fit FM. When I'm ready, I just go on there and I just listen, you know. So you can go to Fit FM on YouTube or Fit FM on Facebook to listen back any of our programs. But to date, my love stories is on Facebook, so you can go there and listen back to their love story. All right. So remember how to have a successful first date. That's what we're going to be discussing this week. And of course, We need for you to participate. We need to hear from you. Well, by the way, just before we go into the music, Lady Julia, how was your week? Yes, I like to put you, I know, she frightened you, so listeners, she didn't expect to be put on the spot. How was your week?
Fantastic. I had a wonderful week. Wonderful
Awesome.
week. God is good. God is good.
Amen to that, sister. Amen. By the way, I went to church on Sunday. Yes, I went to church on Sunday with my brother. He's a pastor. He had a birthday. Big up yourself, JT, and happy belated birthday to you. Jeremy Thompson. He's from Long Bay. That's close to the border of Trelawney and St. James. So I spent the weekend. As a matter of fact, I went to spend Friday, and all of a sudden, I was held on to and was told that they're having a surprise birthday party for him Saturday. So I enjoyed their company because I haven't seen him since about last year, May. So it's so good to be in, with the family. And I realized too that they were all in tune to the program last week. Even a little girl came up to me after church and said, I was listening with my mommy. Big up yourself, little girl, little brown one who met me at the front of the church after church. So even the kids are in tune to love stories. And this is why I want to ensure that each week the program is so positive that it can be listened to by the entire family and everybody learns from it. All right, so here we go. Music up in here. It's Love Stories.
'Cause I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
I've been waiting for so long now. I finally found someone to stand by me.
We saw the writing on the wall as we felt this magical fantasy.
Now with passion in our eyes, there's no way we could disguise it secretly. So we take each other's hand, cause we seem to understand the urgency.
I think he gets this from me.
Just remember,
you're the one thing
I can't get enough of.
So I'll tell you something.
This could be love
because I had the time of my life. I never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's a truth. And that's all I'll tell you. Because I had the time of my life. And that's touched to every open door. To my heart, the truth. And I owe it all to you.
Hey, baby. Oh, yeah.
With my body, so I want to.
Little Spirit FM.
It is in 96.7.
96.7.
Duncan's Trelawney.
Duncan's Trelawney. Just let it go. Don't be afraid to lose control. No.
Yes, I know it's on your mind when you say, stay with me tonight.
And remember, you're the one thing
I can't get enough of.
So I'll tell you something.
This could be love because I never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's so true. And I owe it all to you. Cause I had the time of my life. And I'm
church to every open door.
Ooh. Oh my God, I'm tired. We're having fun up in here. Oh my God, people, if you could just tune into Facebook or YouTube, you would have seen the drones. Oh, wow. It's good to have fun, right? It's good to fellowship and have fun. Oh, wow. All right, let's see what's happening on Facebook because I see some things jumping all over on my phone. I see people sharing love. Shorty boss, love to you. Oh my, they in Melbourne is saying, pull up, because I've had the time of my life. Oh, yeah. All right. Danette is saying, I like the vibes. Bless your hearts. Bless your soul, my darling. Bless your heart too, Danette. Tina Brady. Yeah, man. I like the name. You know, Tina Brady.
sister.
Oh, that's your sister?
Yes, man.
Yeah, Yannick Brady, Tina Brady. Well, your name changed to Drummond. No, that's my sister and her husband. Of course, big them up and she sends love. J Best is saying good evening, everyone. Patrick Cross, big up yourself. Welcome again. He says, I'm here with you guys. Love you too, Patrick. Alicia Mason Maxon. Oh, you teach a game? Yeah, teacher, I love it. I love the fact that you're so supportive. He's saying Mike, she's saying Mike and her vibes. Beverly Thompson is saying my song. So Julia, big up yourself on that one, goodie. Yeah. Got to shout yours. I'm not gonna be hiding and let people think I was playing the music. It was Julia, her pick, yeah. And Lucas is saying, Miss, why? He said, I'm also having trouble to hear you. You should use headset or mobile earphones. It will help. All right, we'll sort that out. Not sure which one. Oh, hi, very interesting program, Yannick. All right, so whatever the situation is, Lucas, hope you're hearing us much better. All right, so we're going into for the other person, right? Because I'm hearing the guys through my headphone. I'm hearing you clearly. All right, so thanks for tuning in, guys, and remember, I want you all to share your ideas for successful first date. So if you're on Facebook, just shoot it in the comments. If you're ready to call us, write down the number 482-4944 or 317-1991. All right, so just before we get into the discussion, I'm going to be reading something that I found on a website about it's saying 8 strategic tips for a successful first date, and it's by the Blue Ocean team of blueoceanstrategy.com. All right. So it's saying here, just my computer is messing me up. All right. Does the thought of a first date fill you with dread? Does your memory of the last one make you cringe with embarrassment? If so, you're not alone. Few people find dating simple and straightforward, even and perhaps especially in the age of Tinder and Match.com. Julia, I don't know what name Tinder. No. Anyways, Julia, we're talking about online dating. You know, people meet. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know? I'm sorry. I'm just saying for the sake of Julia and those who didn't know what Tinder or Match.com is about.
Oh, when did you find out about it?
When did I? Oh, I'll tell you something. Years ago, when my niece, you know, she signed me up on a dating site because I wasn't dating. I wasn't seeing anybody, and she probably thought I should be.
Yes.
So I was getting all these messages in my email because she had access to my email and stuff. She always helps me out. Big up yourself, Tina. You know what you did. And all of a sudden, I was getting all these messages, and I'm wondering, how is this happening? And you know, and this was some years ago, so I found out a long time ago. All right. So the good news is that with the right strategy, you can avoid some of the more common pitfalls, all right, and anxieties. Good. So the first one, don't overcomplicate things. Oh my God. Some persons they can't stop thinking, you know, they overcomplicate everything. It says the first date with someone you know little or nothing about is full of uncertainty. Don't make things more complicated by trying to arrange the perfect romantic dinner or planning a whole day out. Instead, keep things short and simple. A cup of coffee, and in the case of some people who love wine, just hang out for wine or a drink, in a central location to make it clear, fast, if your date is someone you would like to spend more time with. And if things go well, the coffee or the wine or the drink could turn into a lunch or dinner, adding some spontaneity into the mix. Yeah. So a successful first date needn't be complicated. All right. Number 2, don't stress unnecessarily. Why we like for stress about everything? It's a complication that we're adding to everything now that is going to cause us to stress. So a bit of anxiety is natural on a first date. Honestly, me I tell you the truth. Me anxious and nervous most of the times. But in fact, it's half the fun. Yeah, when you're anxious, it's half the fun. But you'll want to eliminate the kind of stress that will make you flustered on your date and your date uncomfortable. The smart, you're going to be uncomfortable if you're really that anxious and don't know what you do. So remember, the more relaxed you feel, the more comfortable your date will be around you. One simple trick is to sit at the right angle. Like, for example, if you're a shy, you have some persons who are naturally shy. If you're a shy person, don't sit across from your date. Sit at the right angle. Sit on the left or the right, wherever you want. So just don't sit across from the person rather than face them directly. This takes the pressure off. You guys need to behave in here. I'm trying to talk to my listeners. I love you guys. You keep it fun up in here. All right, so to continue, it says, this takes the pressure of trying to fill every pause in the conversation, and you can both do a bit of people watching instead. So rather than just staring at the person's zone, sometimes you don't even have nothing to say. You can just be scouting around what's happening. Don't stray too far from what's being said at your table, though. But yeah. Number 3, cut down the texting and meet in person. This may not necessarily happen for everyone, especially for persons who are doing long distance dating. This may not apply to you, but you will know how to sort it out. It says the conversation might have started on an app like Tinder or Match.com or a website, but it shouldn't stay there for too long. Texting can certainly give you a sense of another person, but to really get to know each other, you need more than messages on a screen. Facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice are just as important. I can tell you something. You see, connection have a lot to do with, whether or not you go on the second date. Happened to me, and the person touched me, sir, and my body just shut down. Yeah, so I understand what this is saying. Right. So don't waste time on a virtual relationship unless you can't do better, right? I'm just putting that in. Go out there and meet the real person behind the words. Go and go meet up with the somebody who love the phone too much. Everything and just step on the phone or text. So to understand someone, you need to meet them in person. Number 4, remember we're going through 8, guys. If you're just joining us, welcome to Fit FM, Love Stories with Queen G. Yeah, man, we're going through how to have a successful first date. Big discussion today, and we want you to participate, all right? Number 4, prepare some first date topics. You wouldn't go for an interview without preparing in advance. So why should a first date be any different? Think about the sort of questions you could ask and some interesting answers to the questions that may come your way. Don't treat the first date like an actual interview, though, or you'll set alarm bells ringing. Understand what I mean? Another way to boost your confidence is to do a bit of power posing in advance. This means standing for a few minutes in an assertive posture, hands on hips. Think of a superhero so as to trick the brain into feeling more confident. Just don't do it on the date itself. You will look ridiculous. All right. So now go out there, pose like, wow, trying to build the confidence. Let's do it before. All right. Number 5, up your listening game. Now, I want you all to pay great attention to what I'm going to be saying right here. So because a lot of us just talk, and we don't listen. All right. So we all love to talk about ourselves, but don't assume your date finds you as interesting as you do. In fact, oh my, this sounds weird, but it's all right. But I understand it. In fact,
get to know the person. So give him something to say and you say something and give him a chance to respond.
All right. For real. But don't assume, right? So in fact, making it all about you sends the wrong signals. On the other hand, you can't just switch off and leave all the talking to your date. That's also a recipe for failure. The trick is to listen intelligently and respond appropriately, such as when we summarize somebody's phone, such as when we summarize a point and ask a follow-up question example. So you spent 3 months in Argentina. How was that? So naturally, the person was saying that they spent 3 months in Argentina. So by listening intelligently, now you're going to be responding appropriately and ask a question. How was it? So this, extends the conversation and lets the person know that you're also interested in what they're doing or saying. So remember, the trick is to listen intelligently and respond appropriately. Number 5, create a strong first impression. First impressions count. It only takes a few seconds for someone to form an opinion about you based on your appearance and demeanor. A great way to make a positive first impression is to smile. I love to smile. Smiling is one of the habits of likable people. That's why people like me. People love me. Yeah. A sign of happiness and a trainable skill. By smiling more, not only will you start feeling better, but you will also project some of that positivity onto those around you. For real. It's all about those good vibes. Also, take some time to dress well. Yeah. I want to tell you, it's when you dress yourself nicely, you feel confident. So it makes you more relaxed. Yeah, I'm just saying, put in a little bit in there. Yeah. But stay true to your usual style and dress appropriately for the occasion. You wouldn't turn up to a cafe in tuxedo. But neither, imagine, mother laughing at that spoil if me today I see you turn up, come have coffee with me at a cafe in a tuxedo. Me, girl, I don't know you. I'm sorry. But neither should you turn up to a cocktail party in shorts and t-shirt. Me would even look by you. I'll tell you the truth. Number 6, be true to yourself, guys. Be true to yourself. What's up? Dating in the 21st century can feel like a competition. Yeah, man. And perhaps it has always been that way. But too often we measure our worth against those we perceive to be winning, with the result that we try to imitate and improve on what others are doing instead of finding our own way. All right? But dating shouldn't be about winners and losers. It's about finding someone you connect with and care about, someone who makes you happy and who you can make happy in return. This is only possible when you stay true to yourself and let your authenticity, and don't let them be good. Years ago, back in about 2004, my friend GT sent something for me to read near Christmas. Julia know what happened that time there? That word, I can say it now, extravaganza. I had a hard time with that word. No, this word authenticity is messing me up. All right, so let's read that again. This is only possible when you stay true to yourself and let your authenticity shine through. I got it. I nailed it. Right. So, top tip for a first date: be yourself. Don't go out there looking like Beyonce. You're not Beyonce. You are you. All right. So finally, number 8, complete your first date with the right follow-up. So you felt a connection. So you touch Mr. Drummond and him feel good and him feel warm and him feel the same thing and you want another date. So the conversation flowed and you had lots of things in common. What I have in common though I'm married? Anyways, terrific. Now what? A successful first date is, you see, she lick up herself. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not laughing at you. I'm sorry. I'm laughing with you. I love you like that. All right. A successful first date is only as good as the follow up. And this means arranging another meeting. You could do this right away, but it's probably better not to put someone on the spot. Instead, why not send a message soon after just to say what a great time you had? That is important. That is important. You have to provide feedback, right? Don't just assume that the person will know that you had a good time. And suggest a time and place to meet again. Don't expect an immediate response and don't be impatient or else you'll seem desperate. Oh my God, and people are right. That's something I say. Remember, if you went into your first date with a smile, a bit of confidence, and a willingness to listen, then you've probably already set yourself apart from the competition. So goody if you did out there think you're gonna get the man. My first date, grab him like that. Oh, I'm on the radio. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So perhaps the most important thing, though, is to remember that success in dating, as in life, doesn't come handed to you on a plate. If your first date didn't work out, don't let it get you down, but learn from your experience. Yes. And do not blame the other person, guys. Just learn from your experience. You know, just sit down and do some introspection. What did I do wrong? What did I say that could have turned off the person? You know, think about your contribution to the date and see where you can, you know, use that to get another date somewhere, somehow. All right. As it says, but learn from your experience, get creative, and draw up a new strategy. Don't go to the same thing. Remember, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah, but I want my fish. I don't want all of them out in the sea. I want the one I'm going to go up on the first date with. So is it that? Can we look into what we probably did wrong and probably ask the person out on another date? Well, just in case the person said, no, there's plenty of more fish in the sea. In fact, there's a whole blue ocean out there. All right. So I want to say thanks to blueoceanstrategy.com for these valuable tips for a successful first date. Now, guys, what's going to happen? Hope you can remember some of what I even read. Hope you're taking notes. I hope you're ready to, you know, have a conversation with me. So now that I've gone through those, now let's put our own spin on things. Remember to call or WhatsApp us at 876-482-4944 or 876-317-1991 to participate. Looking forward to hearing from you, all right? Want you to share your ideas, your views, or dating tips that you have. Even if I said something earlier and you want to share your views about it, call me. Let's talk about it. All right. So we are going to be going into the discussion, but I love music so much. So just to take a break from my voice, I want to hear somebody else's voice while you rock to the groove of love stories. The Lady Julia is going to be providing us with a love song. Here we go.
The girls around the world, she means the most to me. Caribbean girl. And of all the places that I've ever been, she's still winning. Caribbean queen. After all that we've been through, she's still beautiful and true. She rocks my world. Caribbean girl. Come what may, we will be fine. Always strong and so fine. You know what I mean? My Caribbean queen. Girl, diamonds no longer shine when they're next to you. Much sweeter than the sweetest honey in the morning stew. When she gives you love, nothing else can compare. Oh, if I ever get to heaven, I'm gonna need
She's so beautiful and true. She rocks my world. Caribbean girl, come what may, we will be fine. She's strong and so divine. You know what I mean. Caribbean queen. Sometimes I'm hard to love, but still she finds a reason. Just like the evening breeze, she sets my mind at ease. Though we may not have a lot, the love we share, I know we've got enough. I can climb mountains high with her by my side. After all that we've been through, she is still beautiful and true. She rocks my world. Caribbean girl, come what may, we will be fine. She's strong and so divine. You know what I mean.
Duncan Streloni.
Just one glance, I'm affected by your radiance, yeah.
You know I've got to tell you this, you know. It's just an affirmation. I love the way the divine create you, my darling. You're looking so fine. Your mannerism and the way that you carry that beauty, you got to be mine. Articulate, gesticulate, your whole body speaking. No words to define. The way you dance, groove, and whine to my rhythm, you capture my mind.
Your tender love is so sensual, therapeutic, beneficial, illuminates and heal my soul. The aura that surrounds you, so hard to resist you. Magnetic field pulling me closer.
I love the way the divine create you, my darling. You're looking so fine. Your mannerism and the way that you carry that beauty, you got to be mine. Articulate, gesticulate, your whole body speaking. No words to define. The way you dance, groove, and whine to my rhythm, you capture my mind.
The vibration I'm feeling, boundless, no ceiling. With you I'm soaring high. Stream of love keep flowing, tree of life growing. I eat and never die.
I love the way the divine create you, my darling. You're looking so fine. Your mannerism and the way that you carry that beauty, you got to be mine. Articulate, gesticulate, your whole body speaking. No words to define. The way you dance, groove, and whine to my rhythm, you capture my mind.
Your tender love is so sensual, therapeutic, beneficial, illuminates and heal my soul. The armor that surrounds you, so hard to resist you. Magnetic feeling pulling me closer.
Love the way the divine create you, my darling. You're looking so fine. Your mannerism and the way that you carry that beauty, you got to be mine. Articulate, gesticulate, whole body speaking. No words to define. The way you dance, groove, and whine to my rhythm, you capture my mind.
All right, so my good girl Alicia, big up yourself, girl. All right, so the first song that was played is Caribbean Girl. Big up to all the Caribbean girls. That was by Dwayne Stevenson and Romaine Verga. Beautiful, beautiful voices. Oh my God, I love these guys. And Aymara, I love the song that was just played. I love the way Aymara, man, may I tell you, he doesn't miss the show, you know. He doesn't miss the show. And I'm happy that his program can be played in this show. All right. So just to get back to our discussion, yeah, I was just told that somebody was trying to call, and all right. So we have a caller. Yes. Good evening, caller. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing this evening? And who is on my line?
Good evening. This is Viveka, and I have a question for the Drummond.
Oh, go right
Well,
ahead.
for Yannick specifically.
For Yannick, go right ahead.
Okay, Yannick. So Yannick once said that when you're having when you're just going into a relationship, you should wait or give it some time before you proceed with the intercourse. So how long would be too long?
Go right ahead, Goody. Ask a question.
So how long is too long? And how soon is too soon, Yannick?
Yannick is stoned. She's stumped.
No, man, I think I was listening. I was listening to the Facebook video, so I think the question came in a bit late on my side. Right. So you're asking how long you should wait before having sex. First, I should say sex is something special that you should not just throw around immediately as you get in a relationship. You have some persons who have sex intimacy with someone on the first date. Nothing is wrong with that. That's not really my thing, but it is always good to wait a bit, get to know the person, because when you have sex with someone, bear in mind that that energy will transfer to you. So you have to be careful. So it's best to know the person. So you would determine if it is a day, you get to know the person. So because we don't know how often you talk to that person. So if it's a day, a week, so you have to just sit down and look into the conversation with that person. And if you feel like you know that person, or you feel like you're that comfortable to have sex with that person, then it is up to you. But it's never good to just jump into intimacy.
Did that answer your question, Carla?
Yes, that does. Thank you very much, Yannick.
What are your
one more question?
What are your, but just before you go to your question, I know you're probably on, with a cell phone and thing, but what are your views on the very question you just asked? What would you do if you were in a position like that?
Well, I do have the same answer. Me and Yannick, we discussed that once, but she did not say how long was too long and how soon was too soon.
I don't think Yannick can really answer that for a specific person.
Right.
What she did was answer based on her belief. You understand? And I agree with her. You should get to know a person just before you. Sex is sacred, between two persons, between a partnership. So she can't speak for everyone and say how long is too long, or So I understand why she gave the answer you gave. All right, what's your second question?
All right, so my question is for Mr. Drummond. Right, so Jay, I know Yannick is a bit much, and with Yannick comes a lot of attention. I want to know, how does Mr. Drummond, how do you process that energy, Jay?
All right.
How do you process the limelight?
Okay. He's going to answer you.
Okay. What I would say, when you start,
That's all right.
yes, when you start a relationship, or when a relationship began with two persons, you got to make some adjustment. So I adjust myself to her type of loving the attention till I get used to it. So both of us love attention.
I'm not hearing you clearly, Jay.
She didn't hear you clearly. Can you just repeat?
Okay. When two persons start a relationship, at first, for the relationship to work, you got to make some adjustment. So therefore, how I or operating, getting used to her attention. What I do, I adjust myself of giving her the attention that she need until I get used to it. So automatically, I myself love the attention. So based on her, I get used to it.
All right, Carla. Did you get the answer?
I wasn't hearing him so clearly, but I heard most of what he said. Okay, Jay.
All right. We heard him clearly. So I'm not sure why you weren't hearing. All right. So
No, I'm not here. I guess it's the service.
Internet.
okay.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I got you. All right. So thanks. What's your name again?
Viveka.
Viveka, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Clarkstown, Trelawney.
All right, big up yourself and big up everybody up there in Clarkstown. Thanks for calling through and continue to make it love stories. Have a good evening.
Okay.
All right. So very vital. As a matter of fact, one of the first questions that she asked is on my list. She asked it differently, and we're going to be discussing it a little more. However, and remember, people, you can call through to share your views, share your ideas, share your first date tips. All right, because we may not be able to come up with everything, so we want to hear from you as well. So the first question I'm going to be asking both, and I'm going to ask Julia to get involved in this conversation. Yes, I'm sorry, Julia, I know you don't want to, but I want your input. So this is going to be about me, the Drummonds, Julia, and you, our listeners. So for the sake of the new listeners who are joining us today, Yannick, tell us about your first date with Mr. Drummond.
Okay, good evening, everyone, again. Okay, so for our first date, we went on a dinner date to a restaurant in St. Anne's. What's the name again? Irish Rover. Right. We went to a candlelight dinner at Irish Rover in St. Anne's.
That was your first official date, but you guys had met before and spoken before and so.
Yes,
so it's not like you just run, go to dinner.
Yes, that is true. And as we had discussed last week, the way we met, I think after we met, we had planned up to meet later on in that evening. So you were saying that it's the official date. And when I was sitting down looking back into it, I was like, you know, say true.
Yeah, because
like,
you met in the day and you made plans to meet.
Well, we met in the evening
Mhm.
and then we made plans to meet like 2 hours after.
Well, not pretty enough, so anyways. So, all right. So how can a person make an impression, a good impression on a first date? What does a person need to do to make a good impression on the first date?
All right.
I don't want you to answer that, Jay. I'm looking at Julia because I want her to answer that. Yeah, I mean,
my first. Okay, let me see now. Okay,
a good first
a
impression.
good first impression. When I met my husband, before. How did it go again? I met my husband when I was working at the radio station in Montego Bay. I was going on vacation, and he came to relieve me. He came to sit in for me on my yes. So of course I see this Rastaman walking in a cream, going like him with some hot stepper. Of course, we not pay him no mind, you know, because he was there looking and there smiling and there. And I come and say, we're not bored. No, Rastaman, no, if we go home, we're going to go carry home no Rastaman. I'm like, you know, to mommy. So I just, you know, never paid him mind until he signed off one day, and then he called me to say how was the show and blah blah blah, and then he would like to invite me out. And I said, okay, you know, as a colleague, you know, I thought we're just going somewhere to just chit chat and laugh because, you know, this is something that, you know, we do that.
Right.
But then he was saying, no, he was inviting me to St. Anne. Yes. So I said, okay, no problem, because I'm always on the road. So, okay, all right. And drove to St. Anne to his place. I thought I was going out, but it was actually to his place.
Oh, so that was the day
The
catch you with the fish.
The fish.
Okay, then.
That was the fish day. Caught me with the fish. He prepared a fabulous meal. I was impressed because I am not the cook.
Right.
January probably kicking over right now. I'm not the cook, and he prepared a fabulous meal. The whole works, the wine, the music. So he made a very good first impression.
And it lasted for
23 years.
Awesome. You see, and
he's been cooking ever since.
Right.
He's the main, he's the main cook.
And even though it's a fish catcher,
Yes.
and she wanted sort of a cook for her.
That too.
I'm sure she got a whole lot of other things that was interesting, that she loved and everything.
Yes. Everything worked. It worked well. It worked
right.
well.
So first
And
impressions.
good conversation. Good conversation. Good conversation. Laughing and just, and then the spirit tech. 'Cause,
It's funny that you said that, because a lot of persons go into a first date so serious and talk about, and we're going to be talking about that later on, some of the things that we should talk about and some that we shouldn't.
Yes.
Some persons just going so serious, not realizing the first date is really to start developing that friendship.
to get to know that, you get to know the person.
So it's not for you to, all right, I don't want to give it all away, but first impression. Jay.
All right. What I would say for the first date, be yourself. To know the connection from day one. So when you be yourself, it gives your date the confidence to be his or herself. So I would say be yourself on the first date to know the number one connection from day one.
I discussed that as part of the 8 tips that I gave before, but you gave that spin on it because you said something very vital a while ago. If you are confident, if you are relaxed, then you cause your date to be relaxed as well. So that is very important, Jay. Very, very important.
To add to that, do not fake it. One of the worst things to do is fake it. Because further down the line, when that person know that he was faking it, that person going to pull back.
Yeah, because if you are a liar, if I see you as a liar, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to hang with you. I don't want to, and it's true. A lot of persons, for example, if persons are from, I don't really like how we do statuses and stuff, like high income earner, low income earner, middle income earner. However, I'm going to be using it right now. If a person is a low income earner and is from a particular community, and they meet with somebody who is maybe from an upscale community, and the person is interested, the person asks them out. No, they're going to go there being faking and trying to be like an uptown person when you're really downtown person. It don't mean that because you are from a low income household, don't mean that you aren't a good person. It doesn't mean that you don't have integrity. It don't mean that you can't have high standards. So be yourself. Stop being like others. Be yourself, because at the end of the day, if a person wants to be with you for you, they will. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. All right, so I have a message here from Colleen. Carleen, she's saying, yes, before intimacy, both people should get tested. That too.
Yeah.
No emphasis is being placed on this, yet it is the most important part of getting to know someone, their STD status. And I hear what Carleen said. It is very, very important. And when persons respect each other, and you have that first date, and when you're going to the second or the third date, and when you're ready for that step to take place where you're going to become intimate, you have to discuss that. You have to get tested. So many different STDs are out there. Seriously, you have to think about your health. And if you care about others, so for example, if you have an illness and you really care about the other person, you will not have sex with the person until you are sorted out.
And it's not just about having respect for another person. It's about having respect for yourself. So you have to respect yourself. You have to care for yourself before you can care for someone else. You have to ensure that you sort yourself out and cut off intimacy. You don't even need much hugging, because you know hugging and kissing will lead to something else. So if you know that you're sick, or if you think you sometimes you don't. Well, guys, I don't even know who may speak but now, but you have in general sometimes you may be sick and you don't really know say you're sick. So it's always good to do an annual checkup or know yourself. Everyone has to know themselves. They have to know their bodies. So if you have a slight little itch or a little glitch or something, you know it from day one.
That's right. But what Colleen is saying, once you're ready, because you can hug, you can kiss, but once and you can have self-control. You can have self-control. You can date, you can go out, you can touch. You have to have self-control. So it is when you have self-control and then you've made the decision that, listen, we're making this step now. And we are responsible people. So we'll say, all right, before we make that step, we're going to do that next week, Sunday evening, after the fish meal and after Ray. But before that, we're going to the doctor to get tested. And then we are going to produce our results. And once we have the result and we know we're fine, then you're going to go do your thing. Go on, go do your thing, catch a fire.
But that's the next thing though. Something just came to me where even if a person doesn't have STD or whatever, right? You don't know someone. You don't know if they love to bathe. You understand? You don't know how they treat their personal hygiene. So when you get to know the person, it has a lot to do with if you would be intimate with that person.
My girl, from the first day, you're going to know so the person don't like for bed.
No, man. Then listen, as Jay say, people will pretend at first, but how long will you pretend?
Girl, you can't pretend so your beard. You're going to stink. It's where she come from. Should I get it?
I guess you're talking about bed properly.
Well, maybe that. Because if you don't have, and that's another thing. This is why dating is so important. Because a lot of times people jump into sexual relationship because we're not even talking about partnership. Because you don't know the person. You don't even know if you want a person to be a partner. But because you're in such heat, you jump into having sex, and then no, you get caught and you feel obligated, like you have to be with the person. Then you say, were you nasty? You would even brush your teeth? You would even bathe? I never go into that because the first thing, and as Julia said, her first date, she was invited to the home for dinner. First thing me I do is look around everywhere. Me I look around everywhere because if you don't keep your place clean, you can't deal with me.
Invite her there, so you should know if it's
Everything was perfect. Pants and shoes match. Everything. Teeth, because he has this wide, broad smile. Handsome locks, neat.
And that tells you the type of person you're getting involved with.
Yes.
The kind of person. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take
and
care
further
of me.
dates, further dates. We would go to the hairdresser. He would take me to his hairdresser where we have two. He has two ladies in his locks. And one doing another lady doing the toes and the finger. And I'm saying,
yeah, for real.
I'm saying, okay, so the spirit did really tech, the food tech, spirit tech, everything. And we had a lot in common because we're both in media.
What is wrong with these people on Facebook?
What it's talking about my cooking?
No. Oh, they said that too?
Oh, January mentioned January mentioned something about my cooking. So okay.
January? I need that in a personal thingy. Oh my God, there's so many messages coming through on Facebook. This one say, who say Yan is a bit much? Oh, is that we know she is. I'm seeing her for the second time. She enough. She too much. Anyway, Jay there for cooler. Don't worry about it. Wow. Rohelia Wallace says, lol, he loves the crazy. Of course, that's why he married her. He loves the crazy. And this is it. You can't, life not for boring. If you have a partner who is boring, too bad. Mechanics did enough. Anyways, He loves the crazy, yes. Shanty Boss say, yes, he does. Roy, let's say fancy, whatever. Make me laugh. I'll remember that. Don't know what was said, but laugh. Of course, this is what the show is about. Don says, love that Jay. Love that Jay said that one has to make adjustments when getting into, of course, you have to compromise. Nobody is going to be a perfect fit. You have to compromise. And this is why, again, dating is important. So you know what a person does. So for example, if you work at nights and I work day, we have to talk about how we will meet up to have our we time.
We time, exactly.
Yes. So we're not going to say, boy, no, we can't bother because you work at night and me work at day, me not going to see you. But then again, if that is how you feel, then you will decide during the dating stage that this is not for me. You understand me? So you have to, and if he's quiet and unique enough, then of course he has to make adjustment. Is what she taking the microphone? Defend it?
Yeah, defend it.
You're lucky.
No, you know me gonna defend it. So my husband is a very shy person when he sees, the camera and everything. But he's not as shy as how he looks. I am just the person where I am more open. So I am going to be the person. I am camera or behind closed doors. You understand? But him now.
Hold on there, mama. Must see January, must see January. She's right. January Benez says, mommy can't cook. She's not the cook. And she busts big old laugh with tears at the side. Yeah. Mommy can't cook. But that's why she didn't get daddy.
Exactly.
She know what she do. This is what you call the right fit, the perfect fit. You know what you want, you get it. So January, take a what did I call it? A page out of my book.
Right.
Right. Imara says, Imara, we just listened to your song. I love it, my darling. I love it. All right. So Bohem says, Spirit Tech, that's it. Royally say good advice, whichever one that was. Everybody's agreeing with Jay. Jay are the man. Anthony Forrest says, yes, Jay, be yourself, of course. Don say yes, Jay. Nobody not say yes, Janika.
Me not give a tip yet, So them are gonna say yes, Jay.
Girl, give you a tip long time. Don't say true. Get tested. See, she's also agreeing with Carly. Get tested, guys. All right. So getting back to another question. What you want? Give your tip now? You want to give your tip? All right. I'm gonna ask a question. So you can.
We have a tip to go with the first date part of it. I know there are a lot of persons listening. You're already in a relationship, but you hear us talking about first date. My tip to this is treat every date as a first date. Although you're in a marriage or you're in a 10 years relationship, treat every date as a first date and put every energy into it as how you would when you're just trying to get that person. So not because you have the person means say, all right, me normally push out, but like me have her, me good. Bear in mind, you have to, when you have her, you have to know how to keep her or him
keep
or
it
her.
fresh. Keep the thing fresh.
Right.
Yes, keep it fresh. Very vital. I mean, I have a lot of persons who married and them don't have dates.
Right.
Me, bossy, when you're ready, when you're out there, listen to me. I'm going to say you got married to me. Every weekend, we a date. If I even for stay home, spread out one towel on the floor. We sit down there and we talk about our week and we drink some ice water.
In a wine glass. Nobody not gonna know.
Who cares?
Exactly.
Maybe let me hear. If you want to see what I look through your window and see me, I drink my water and my man. I'm my business. I'm my man.
Exactly.
My date. Yes, my business.
And it might sound a weird now because some people might think it's a joke, but it's about the simplest things that we do that keeps the marriage or keeps the relationship alive. You can't just cook a piece of fried chicken and put a little tomato to the side and you say bon appetit. And you come out and you must smile or she go smile. You understand?
Chicken bone and the tomato and the petite. That's all right. That's all right. All right, guys. So we're moving on to the second question. And remember, you can call through or you can WhatsApp us and share your views. Really love that message we got earlier from Carleen. All right. So how can a person? Oh, we asked that before. All right. Here you know. Not, and we spoke about some of these things earlier without even me asking a question, but I want to discuss it fully. Not all dates turn out to be successful. Some persons get turned off on their first date. What are some things persons do to turn off their date? They're not even conscious that they've done it, but it has been done, and they're turned off, and so them can't get a second date. Go ahead, Mrs. Drummond.
Lie. I understand, so you can't really tell everything on the first date, but you can't tell everything on the first date. But when you lie, like, hear this big lie now. You know you have 10 kids. She's trying to get to know you, and you're going to tell her you have 2. That's a big lie. It might sound small in your head, but it is the truth. If you know you have 10 baby mother, tell her, make she know, say, you know, I have 10 baby mother, make she know.
And if you're married, tell the people and say
you're married. Exactly. So lying is a big turn off.
Well, I feel like G was about to say that. G, you can still say it if that's what you were going to say.
No, what I'm going to say is that you can't make a first date all about yourself. Like you're boasting and your date. It's like all about yourself, you brag and boast.
About your job and about how much money
and
you have.
And this. You're giving the impression that that's what you do to every date and impress women are. So
yeah.
So you can't boast and all about yourself.
Yeah. And I read it earlier for real. Yeah, you can't be about just you. You have to listen and you have to respond. You have to listen intelligently and respond accordingly, for real. And as we spoke about the hygiene thing, can you imagine somebody turn up with flip-flop, your foot dirty? And no, you have some women? No, ladies, you look husband. When you're going...
Ashy foot.
All right. With regards to the ashy foot, can I tell you some people really don't know how to deal with that because it all depends again on where you're from, how you were cultured. So you don't know, say, all right, you can go get your little pedicure or something. But please do that. But one other thing I want to talk about, I recall some years ago, I used to MC a karaoke. And in between a song or two, I was there talking about young ladies and their first date. And if a man invite them out, them never have no frock. Them never have no shoes. Them ear couldn't comb before. So as the man invite them out, so them want frock, them want boot, they want everything. You should be ashamed of yourself. Somebody's inviting you out and you're giving the impression, oh, this is what we're talking about, first impression here. You're giving the impression like you never have no. Wear what you have. Wash it, press it, and wear it. If it even have one hole, sew it up. Wear what you have. Because guess what happened? It's a great turnoff when you're going to ask the person. All right, the person will naturally know, say, the person may not really have it. But if you say, I really can't go on the date with you because, I'm short of certain things. And you explain then and there, the person will understand. But if the person even buy your dress, you want, how much of the hair? My hair locks, how much of them here out the road? They long, me hear them call some of them chat. What them name? Brazilian something. You not even say, make you take one nice, come see some nice, we go out there where not so expensive, right? You must know you have on one. So, yeah, it look nice, goodie. So don't ask for the person to finance your whatever you need to wear to the date. Find something. Go borrow something. Borrow one dress from your sister or something. Exactly. I could have one of them cheap store. Hello, I'm gonna tell you something. You see, when I'm going out, sometimes you think my clothes them are some expensive something. When I go downtown Kingston, I say, and I start to shop a roadside, and I mix and match up something you that think say $1 million clothes that I have on. Buy them when you get one little money, buy them and put them down so that when the date come, you don't have nobody. You expect to have somebody soon. Yes, buy them and put them down so when the time comes. Don't expect the man to invite you out and to finance your clothes and everything too. It upsets me when you do that. All right, what are some of the other things? Why my phone gone? We can't read it. What I'm saying over there? Jay, read something for me.
All right. Anthony Farris say, Dan Codin. Yeah, hey. I'm gonna start from top. All right. Shorty Boss say, boy, Yannick love her chicken, sir. Yes, Shorty Boss. Yes, Yannick love her chicken. I'm gonna start with Bill Full Coop Fair. Lorraine Clark said, tell the truth. Yeah, what should you write? I'm gonna be open and talk the truth because sometimes they like catch you in the midst.
All right, so let me continue. Yeah, I'm Mara. My head was to go back to that. Love story is not for virgins.
Yeah,
Who is the virgin? I wonder for Julia. Hey, Mara, we need to talk.
Yes.
How is you?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you,
oh, my girl, Dean Levy Brown, she's tuning in. She's locking it down from all the way in Savlamar, Westmoreland. Dean, big up yourself. She's able to listen to us today because, unfortunately, I want you to listen to my program. And I want you to watch on Facebook, but not this way. She fell and broke her foot.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's at home. Dean, big up yourself, and I pray for full healing, my darling, full recovery. All right, so Dean says, hygiene plays a very important role on a date. Of course, Dean. All right, Dave Dixon says, shout out from Premix Crew.
Well, I'm a co-worker. Big up yourself.
Dave, we need some advertising dollars from you for that Premix shout out. Shawty Boss Angel says, enough money for Yan China here. Of course, she worked for herself. She can't buy her. She passed the dating stage. Dean says again, wear what you have and ensure that they are clean, not too loud. First impressions are lasting. Don't allow the man to think you are always going to be in need. That is exactly what I'm trying to say. Dean Levy. Amara says, dating can happen anywhere. All on the banana. You see you?
Exactly. It can
You
work,
see you? Oh, no, don't know. Amara
No,
here.
it can work, Even under a banana tree, you don't have a big towel, you just place it under the banana tree, pick 2 banana, lie down and communicate. So maybe you never get to talk about something last week. You lie down and relax and talk about it.
Especially if the banana tree wants some ripe banana.
Exactly.
So Amara continues to say, we used to go up Mango Bush and river dating. You see how them something nature. Imagine?
Yeah.
Babe, story come to bump. We know say you used to go a riverside under the mango tree, under the banana tree. That's why you're so fit and healthy. Oh, the mango catch her. You're lucky. And natural stuff catch her. Julie Mango. Fish catch you and mango catch Bev. No, sir. I food on things. Really say, just be real with me, and what is to be will be. I agree with you.
Yeah, totally agree.
Where the first date is concerned, you're right about that. Imara say, no, cut banana trash, no towel thing.
No man, it's so like Imara used to this banana thing, They know.
You never hear what one. You never hear the one. But hold on now.
When I speak of experience.
Exactly. But hold on now. I would love that kind of date. I'm a nature person. Yes. If you invite me out for a nature walk, and this is where it's simple. Invite me out for a nature walk and we go pick all 2 mango and we pass and see my Charlie banana, as you say, ripe banana, and pick 2 ripe banana and something. And beg. And you walk and then guess what happened now? It's the first date, you don't intend to be touching anybody, but you enjoy yourself so much, all of a sudden you're holding hands and walking and eating your mango.
That little touch there.
Yes. That is why. You remember some people did walk on the beach and lose 1 foot of them shoes and lose they have bottle of whiskey. Yeah. Stuff like that. What?
I'm going to ask her if she remember Crab Bush.
Leave him alone. Oh, so what happened at the Crab Bush? It's love stories, guys. The people are waiting to hear.
You brought it up. What happened at the Crab Bush?
What happened at the Crab Bush?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Listen to me now. Don't make her intimidate
Make
you.
it stay for part 3.
No. There's no part 3. There's no part 3, guys. There's no part 3. All right. I want to get these people involved. Those simple dates are the best. Melrose, for real. The simple ones are the best. Shorty.
That's one of my spiritual mother. Big up yourself, Miss Rodney.
Shorty Boss Angel said, "Thief the people, them mango and banana." It's not really thief. It's take it without them consent. But tomorrow we're going to tell them so we did take it. Because we were so up in our... Under the banana tree on the riverbank. Oh, you mean Dave Dixon? Man, I go out with things. Talk the things, Jay. Yes, talk about the crap thing. Yeah, Jay, we want to know. Talk up. Melrose Rodney said, Jay, a countryman, you know. Oh, my God. All right, so we're going to be taking a break. And when we return, we'll continue. Remember, we go on till 8 o'clock. This is a vibe we love. So, yeah, man, stay tuned.
We'll be together, yeah. Heavenly shades of nights are falling. It's twilight time. Out of the mist, your voice is calling. It's twilight time.
It's twilight time. Fred Locks on your box. Here we go. It's Fit FM. More live. Your music.
I'll hear you, my dear, at twilight time. Even in shadows gather splendor as day is gone. Moments of life will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments there until you're home again. Together at last at twilight time. Here in the afterglow of
This is Fit FM 96.7. Duncan Strolorny.
Yeah. Heavenly shades of nights are falling. It's twilight time. Out of the mist, your voice is calling. It's twilight time. When purple colored curtains mark the end of day, I'll hear you, my dear, at twilight time. Even in shadows gather splendor as day is gone. Moments of life will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments there until you're home again. Together at last at twilight time. Here in the afterglow of day, we'll keep her on the roof beneath the blue air. In that same and sweet old way, I'll fall in love again as I did then. Deep in the dark, your kisses thrill me like days of old, lighting the sparks of love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for an evening just to be with you. Together at last the twilight time. Oh, my baby, I really love you. I really love you, yeah. Whoa, oh, my baby, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. Yeah. In the afterglow of day, we'll keep her on the roof beneath the blue air. In that same and sweet old way, I'll fall in love again as I did then. Deep in the dark, your kisses thrill me like days of old, lighting the sparks of love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for an evening just to be with you. Together at last at twilight time, yes. Together at last at twilight time. really together at last at twilight time, forever and ever at last at twilight time. We'll be together forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Really together at last at twilight time. Whoa, baby.
Twilight time. Oh my God, what a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. So welcome back to Love Stories, guys. Remember, you're in tune to Queen G and of course my guests, the Drummonds. And of course, the beautiful voice you're hearing, the fourth person, is my producer, Julia Benaya. Wonderful lady. A lady with a whole heap of experience. Yeah, man, our first date, I always like hear about it. You know, I can't remember if me ever have how my first date go? Oh, so long ago. I need to start dating. Yes, I need to start dating. I can't do love stories and not date. So I want my first date to be like Anthony Forrest's first date. He says my dates, well, as you say, all of them should be first dates. So he says my dates with my children mothers used to walk in the moonlight at night. You know, someone have to go to a country. May I leave Kingston? I go country because Kingston, I can't see the moonlight. Oh, man, this sounds romantic. To walk in the moonlight at night and have long conversation and kiss and hold. No, listen, you can't just read this. So let me go over. Can't just read this. So let me tell you this. So, to walk in the moonlight at night and have long conversations and kiss and hold hands until date nights reach my house. No one that should be coming kids, their mother reach him house. Is that me no want to go house? Me just want to walk and kiss up. Kiss up. And hold hand. Yeah. What a big up Dean Levy again. Get well soon, girl. Dennis Ford Anglin, you're in tune as well. Tashina Spence, my niece. Well, my family them love follow up my show them, sir. You go to you come of age in Tashina. Otherwise, I said, girl, where you bed? Anyways, yeah, Rohelia, it's a good vibe. Dean is also saying a date doesn't have to be an expensive one. This is what we want to talk about. Dates can be very inexpensive and very creative. Right? She said, when you appreciate each other, use the resources that you have. If it's one of those regular candle you have, light it, cook a simple meal. If you can't afford a restaurant, me really don't even like crowd like that. So I don't really want a restaurant. Seriously. You see, it's the thought that because if somebody wants to really cook for me, it means I want to really know them. Yes. You see, that is what caught Julia. It's not just the fish, and she just realizing it's not the fish. It was the ambiance. It was how she felt. The fact that he made her special by cooking for her. It's not the fish could have stayed. It could have been piece of bulla. The ambience. It was the ambience. It could have been piece of bull and water. You would have appreciated it just the same. It's the person and how the person made you felt. Right. So when you think it's big money, I rather the thing. It's what's coming from the heart for you, my darlings. And ladies, let me tell you something. Gone are the days when you feel like only man can carry out people for date. Listen to me. I will invite out somebody if I really have an interest. Me reach certain age when me not go wait upon them for ask because time is against me. So if I sit at home boy and I want to go out and date with them, I'm going to invite him out. I'm going to invite him out, and when I'm inviting him out, if he wants to buy me a drink or whatever, fine. But me I walk with my money because I want to treat him.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of ladies know they find it hard to spend their money on a man. And I think you should do it equal. He doesn't have to always be paying for a bill. You can be the bigger person and pay for the bill. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong if a female takes a bill or buy a man something. Because some women say, I spend my money on him, I know him to spend his money on me.
I'm sorry for she, I got losing because somebody out there will spend
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a partnership, guys, and don't make life so serious. You go out there, you see something that let's just pass the dating, or not talk about spend money per month. You go there, you see, yeah, for real. If you go there, you see something that you would want your person to have, or you want to see him in that, you picture him in that nice shirt, and you just buy it and carry him. Yeah, and if he loves, for example, if he loves lobster and a lobster season, and you see some nice lobster, don't think it is too much for him. Buy it. He will appreciate you because he's saying you think about him. Guess what happened? If he not do the same for you, run him because he's not for you. I don't for your man as somebody else. He may be single, but he's not your man. You know, it's a partnership, guys. Don't let it be just the man who is spending. Ladies, come on, we can do better. We can do better. All right, so let's quickly talk about, because guess what? It is now 7:34. Time flies. We only have 20-something minutes left in this program. So the last thing I want to talk about now, what are some of the things that we should talk about? I think we kind of said some of them earlier while we're talking about other things. What are some of the things that we should talk about on the first date?
Okay, what I would say, family background. Because I don't want to date someone and further along the line you hear that is a cousin.
Story come to both. It's true.
Yeah. I see it happen a lot of time, and I hear people talk about it a lot of time.
Can I share a story with you? I met this gentleman. He was a grown man, was about 2 or so years older than me. Very attractive. Awesome. Nice. And he's the kind of person who likes to go out. And he would take me out, we would go for dinners, or just go sit down and drink and have a chat. So he would drop me home and some. So this particular Sunday, he came to visit and we were on the veranda talking. So a neighbor called me, a neighbor from the home in Westmoreland, called to say one of my uncles passed. So I started crying and they're on the phone talking. So then the last name came up. And I saw him looking all uncomfortable, walking from the veranda, pacing to the gate, pacing back and forth. So apparently he couldn't wait until I get off the phone. So when I got off the phone, he said to me, "Who for you is so and such?" He said the last name. I said, "That's my mom's last name." Turn out that his last name, his mother's last name, is the same as my mother's last name. But I recall on one of our dates, I think it was a lunch date, I said to him, "You look just like one of my brothers. You behave just like him." And seriously, they were like twin. You see, as soon as he said his mother's last name is the same as my mom's last name, everything that I was feeling for him dropped right on my foot. It just done right there, so. But he didn't want to stop. And I was like, so what if it is that I really continued in this with you and we develop a relationship? And then when we go to family functions, somebody would come up and say, "But say, it was our cousin and something." Him saying, "Well, that just hold me." And I said, "Come on, babes, them too much in our conversation, in our relationship." I was like, what is this man talking about? So Jay is right. You can't just... It is a serious situation. But then say cousin make good soup. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Did you hear that cousin and cousin, if you have kids with your cousin, that child may be deformed?
But I'm tell you something. Miss, not go so. No go so. I know a lot of cousins know so them related and they have kids together. They're married. And them quite all right.
Okay, man. You know that from
Jay, you're stuttering. I forgot to do a DNA test before I start have kids. To see if we're not related.
Drummond and I'm Brady.
So what have we doing anything?
We're not related.
Oh, you know that?
The only thing related right now is our hearts.
Oh, you mean goody? Talk up the things, love stories.
I was say about the cousin no good. Because cousin are good soap. I never say a cousin no be it.
Cousin noodle?
Yeah, never say a cousin noodle.
Oh, where Jay come from?
You see, I get comfortable now and
Watch my niece about loud. Yes, laugh out loud. Yes, auntie, tell the story. Girl, go to your bed. Right? So, Shorty Boss Angel is saying, I almost dated one of my cousins in school. That's why I suppose we're not supposed to chat as they want to come from and want to people. It is very important for real J. Melrose says, but I'm worried. These young men nowadays are so high strung. High strung. Could you shed some more light on that, Melrose? High strung. Oh my God. I'm loving the conversations. All right. So what are some of the other things that they should talk about? All right. Let's put a spin on it, different spin. What them shouldn't talk about
And them shouldn't.
on the first date? What are some of the things we shouldn't talk about on the first date?
Everyone has a deep secret. Like so even though Jay said that you should talk about family, you know, every family have their own little secrets. Keep your little secret to yourself until you think or until that person displays that trust where you can open up. Because what I have experienced is that when you communicate with someone, it's like you're letting them in your life and everything. And the more you say to that person, the more you feel attached to that person. So be careful of what you say and how you say it, because sometimes you might be being yourself, and although it's good to be yourself, you can't be yourself too much. And then, you know, like, it's good to be yourself and not to pretend, but you can't show everybody like, you have a little weird side and you bring it on the first date. The little weird side can stay for like the third date or so, you know. You wait first and feel out how the person interacts to know what the person's views
Me,
are.
I'll show you my weird side from the first date, because you need to know whether you can handle me or not. Weird, if I'm weird, me I'll show you the weird, because I don't think it's fair to the person to let them give a second date if them can't handle the weird. Anyways, Carrie Ann Heron says they shouldn't talk about sex on the first date. It all depends on what you're saying about sex.
Exactly.
It all depends on what you're saying
I
about.
think maybe
What
meet
I would-
enough to have sex. Maybe
I think-
at the pride, like,
I
okay,
think-
we're gonna meet, so let us have sex afterwards. Maybe I think that's not
That- in that
I think
light,
that-
What I think is that you shouldn't talk about your past relationship. That means it does not get what that person has yet. Don't talk about a past relationship, especially if it's more than one.
For real, why would I want to go on my first date
I
to talk
talk about
about
your
past
past
relationship? I don't know you yet. I don't trust you enough yet. You are not yet my friend. And so I didn't come to talk about that. What we want to talk about is us.
Getting to know one another.
When we say talk about your past relationship, I believe that you can speak about it, but to some extent, because if you had an ex and the ex disrespect you or whatever, you can say, listen, I am not going to take any disrespect because
No, that too quick.
it's too quick.
Too quick.
You not to tell her that yet?
No.
Okay.
No, the
No.
first date is not for you to. You see, that is why the person can't ask a question. You know, Jim, you know, oh yeah, you see, she threw it on you on the first date. No, the first date is not for you to talk about that and to make a decision yet as to whether or not you are going to be in a relationship. When you talk about the things that you like and don't like about what you don't want to happen to you, make that stay for the second and third date. When you're sure so the person is actually a friend and you're relaxed enough now around the person, then you can start to ask questions and start to share, you know, some of those things. I'm thinking about financial issues. If I need my rent for pay, I can't pay my rent, me don't need to bring that on my first date.
Exactly.
Right. Family problems, as you said. No. Those things, no. So, in your opinion, how many dates should a person go on to decide when they should start a relationship. And I need you, my people, on WhatsApp. And I need, remember, you can send us a WhatsApp message on 876-317-1991 and 482-4944. How many dates should a person go on to decide when to start a relationship? A whole heap of you out there have no things set in a way where you believe that Lord, it's good to hear talk about it earlier. First date and them in a relationship already. How many dates you think?
Personally, I wouldn't give it a number because at the end of the day, when you go on the first date and you take, you let out the little basic information, bear in mind that you and the person would be communicating via phone or whatever. So, how much dates? I wouldn't give it a number, but if you and that person sit down and you think and you both communicate to say this is what I am looking for, or because sometimes a person is looking for a fling and sometimes the next person is looking for a relationship. So you have to sit down and ask those questions. What are you looking for? And then you in yourself now sit down and say, okay, let me see if I can work with what this person is looking for. And then you can decide there and then if I am willing to take the next step with you. So I wouldn't give it a number. It would just be determined on the individual and the amount of communication that you guys go through.
And how you feel about the
right,
person.
and how you feel about
at
the
the
person.
stage you are at.
Right.
I want to say big up to Reverend Smith, who's listening from all the way in St. Thomas. Big up yourself, sir. He says, lovely show, enjoying it. And then Pastor, we all them fire something here for sir. I know. But we want to know what he wants to say. But Pastor said the fire, the show hot. And that he mean. Him not mean lit. Pastor, no, not more lit.
Is the new word though.
Pastor, no, not more lit.
That's what you think though. You bear in mind, everything is going viral.
Oh, Pastor.
Virtual.
Yeah, man. Pastor, know about lit. You ever pastor strap with the fire, have the Holy Ghost.
Don't hold on there. So, look, your pastor know about the lit. My pastor know about hot.
Hot. Okay.
Him said the show hot.
Okay.
So what you say, Pastor? The show lit or the show hot? What we know what go on. Big up yourself, Rev Smith, and your family who are in tune to Love Stories with Queen G right now. Thanks for making it Fit FM. All right. So I need to go back to my Facebook people. I need to see what they are saying. All right. My cousin Champion Larman just jumped in, so I should say, oh, she's on. So this person is saying, Aisha is saying facts. Yannick, facts. Big up yourself, Champion Larman. Big up yourself. All right. So this person, Tashina, is saying it's good to talk about goals on a date because it's good to know if the person you're dating has the mind frame of being ambitious or is ambitious. What's on my pro that little girl is saying? I love this. Big up yourself, Tashina. Yeah, man. Champion says getting hot. Judith Anglin says love your show. Thank you very much. Pastor saying mean hot. Pastor saying mean hot. Me know my friend. I know my friends. Yeah, man. All right. So, Julia, how many dates do you think a person? I told you that I wanted you in the conversation. How many dates do you think a person should go on, or a couple should go on before they decide to start a relationship?
Start a relationship.
For start there.
Before you can say you're there.
We're there.
I would say, I'm not going to say 5 or 6. I'm going to say over a period of time. So say give me about 3-4 months. In about 4 months, I'll be able to tell you exactly how I feel. I give you that space.
And why
because
I
need to know you. If you don't make me laugh, I love to laugh. I love to sing. Can't sing, but I love to sing, and you must be able to tolerate that.
Do me a favor. Let's do this together. Clap your hands. Jesus sing. Jesus love the little children. You know the song, Julia. All the sing the song. All the children of the world. Which one you want to sing? Which one you want to sing?
Jesus loves me. This I know. My daughter just
So she can't sing. She can't sing. Go on, girl.
Oh, the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are all right. Mash up the studio.
Yes, Jesus loves me.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Love Stories Choir just started in here, people. Oh my God, I love it.
It's all about love. It's all about love.
And I think that for 3 to 4 months period also gives you the opportunity to know whether or not the person's goals are in line with yours, as Tashina is saying. It's not just about to know whether or not the person will be a friend or if the person has a good place for you to live or vice versa. What is it that are your goals? What are his or her goals? And as I often said, goals are, for example, you want to live a foreign, Mrs. Drummond, and Mr. Drummond don't want to live overseas. And then you guys come together and you don't talk about it. And then you go overseas and you start to stay over there. He doesn't like long distance relationships. And then it starts to be a problem for both of you because you can't see each other so often. You can't. And if you're clingy like me, then there's going to be a problem. So relationship goals has to be discussed. And as we said last week, there are times when goals changes. However, when we change goals in a relationship, it has to still be in line with what your partner wants. Still has to be in line. Because I may eventually not want to live overseas when I didn't want to some time ago. But at the same time, we need to know what our goal. Remember, people, when you're going to the dating process, you need to have a mission statement for the tournament when you're not go there. Yes. When you're not go there. Julia don't like the word, that term, you know. But when you're not go there.
That term is quite fine.
Quite fine.
Yeah, man. We all understand. We all understand what the
when you decide so not there. Anyways, guys. Oh wow.
Some of us are window shopping right now. You know window shopping, Queen? You know window shopping.
Window shopping for? Wow.
Anything is possible on
I need to learn the lesson.
You know, I mean, you're throwing this out. You know, you're throwing this out. You know that you probably want to date and whatever. Whatever.
I said that.
Yes, you did all of that. And whichever man come your way must.
I'm just speaking for the persons who are single.
Yes. Okay, single girl.
I'm a single girl. You know the song?
No.
Nobody knows me or nobody takes the time to come. A single girl needs a sweet loving man to lean on.
All right.
I don't know all of the words, but I know the part they're good. A single girl needs a sweet loving man to lean on. I need to start a dating show. Yeah, I want to fix up people. I Julia first with that set up last week.
Why me?
Rusty January, I come with our pouted mouth. Set up my mother. Yeah, man. But it was a good show, guys. I really enjoyed this evening's program. May not seem like a conventional radio program to you, but we need to talk about these things. What we need to do and don't do on first date. Some of us too serious. We have too much expectations. We're going into our dates, our first date, or the first day I go sit with a person for talk, and already you've made up your mind. Nothing is wrong with that, but don't fling it on the person so hard because you're gonna drive them away. All right? Yes, for real, you're gonna drive them away.
That is true.
Because if it's too much.
expectations too much.
Too much?
What you mean by fling it? What you flinging?
What you flinging?
Let me, you know something. Let me just give us a little Imara.
Your tender love is so sensual, therapeutic, beneficial, illuminates and heals my soul. The aura that surrounds you, so hard to resist you. Magnetic field pulling me closer. I love the way the divine create you, my darling. You're looking so fine. Your mannerism and the way that you carry the beauty. You got to be mine. Articulate, gesticulate, your whole body speaking. No words to define the way you dance, groove, and whine to my rhythm. You capture my mind.
Yes.
Dr. Asha is on.
Yes.
Dr. Asha, the healing lady, is on. And she's saying most people don't know what is dating. What is dating? Yannick, what is dating?
So, dating. This is my own words for dating. So it's not the official meaning in the dictionary. But I think
I bet you also what the dictionary said. Go on.
All right. So dating is basically getting to know someone.
Simple.
And basically getting to know someone in a unique or special way. So it doesn't even matter if it's if you have a lot of money or whatever, it doesn't cost you nothing to go on a date.
And this is why, right? And this is why it is important to continue dating throughout the relationship,
right?
Because there's something new about somebody every day.
Every day,
right? So the fact that you dated in the early stage doesn't mean that the same things that you knew are the same things that apply to the person's life. So you have to keep dating, right? So,
and although we are in a relationship for years, I am still in the process of getting to know him. So not because you have been in a relationship for years means that you don't need to know your partner. And there are a lot of persons now online listening. You might be in your house. The time is running out. So I'm just gonna say, ensure that you let your partner feel special. No matter how long you're in your relationship, make your partner feel appreciated. Both sides, male and female, right? And if you are the person who has always been getting, it is time to start giving. I wish you guys all the luck in your love life. And if you're not yet with someone, maybe you can send a comment and someone in it can just say, all right, I can't hook up. So you can't say no. We turn this now, we look at dating up front early. Big up.
And what I'm going to say, when in a relationship.
Just before you go, Jay, just before you say that. All right. Zena Clark said, I need to hear from Dr. Asha how you define it. So, Dr. Asha, can you just put your definition in the comment section on Facebook and we'll just shout it out. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, what I'm going to say, no matter how long you're in a relationship is a learning process.
That's all right. Go right ahead.
Yes, a relationship is a learning process. So each day you learn something from your partner, each week or each month. So that's why it's important to keep the process on dating.
Exactly. All right, guys. Wow. Hopefully Dr. Asha sends her definition before we close. But I just want to say thank you to the drummers. Jay, big up yourself. Thanks for making it 2 weeks in a row. I know you miss your class, and I really appreciate it. Teacher, he's gonna make it up to you. I have nothing to do with it. Teachers. So what the classes you miss?
Man may have one.
It's for a worthy cause.
You're right.
And people don't know, but Yannick is actually sitting beside me doing an exam. So it's a big scholar. She not letting herself down. She can trust herself because she's doing what she loves and what she wants to do. And I really, really respect this couple. I come to love them so much. And thank you for coming by for part 2 because people call out for you guys. And who knows, maybe in the near future, I'll be calling on you guys again because I love your company. Remember, if you are in the area in Trelawney, well, wherever you are in the world and you want to, if you're a couple and you want to sit in the love seat, you can join us, whether online or in studio. So give us a call, send me a message on WhatsApp at 876-804-0616. All right. So if you want to be featured, this show is about helping couples to build a healthy relationship. So if you have a story that you want to share, if you want to help persons to know how to overcome their problems, join us. Come sit with us and talk. Let's share with, our listeners. We help each others to grow. All right. Thank you, Julia. You've been a sport. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us. It was a pleasure being here, and we are happy to share it, our views to the world. And I just want to send a birthday shout out to Bev Moonchild. Her birthday is tomorrow.
Big up yourself. No, you can't dry it up. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Bev.
The Miss Lou version though. So if you never know
Happy
it.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
No, start you.
Oh, not me.
It was under the mango tree. Imara met Bev under the mango tree. Bye. I love you guys. Until next week. This is Queen G saying peace out. Love.
I love the way the divine creates you, my darling. You're looking so fine. Your mannerism and the way that you carry that beauty. You got